The federal government in Washington, D.C. has interrupted regular programming nationwide at the request of the White House. This is not a test. Again, this is not a test. A mass detection of 300 intercontinental ballistic missile launches has been reported by remaining missile detection centers not affected by Soviet strikes. These missiles are likely tipped with nuclear warheads. No exact locations are available at this time, but based on preliminary calculations, the Pacific and Midwestern United States are likely to be targeted by these launches. If you reside in these possible target regions, seek refuge now. Viable shelters can be in the form of a central room on the lowest floor of your residence or a fallout shelter that can be located in urban areas. Before entering your shelter, gather necessary supplies such as clean water, non-perishable food, clothing, and medical supplies. Keep a portable radio with you at all times with methods to supply its power. Do not panic, as doing such will cause danger to yourself and those around you. Each missile takes around 30 minutes to travel from its launching point to its target. Around 15 to 20 minutes remain in this cycle to prepare and kill her. We reiterate that this broadcast is not an exercise. A real-time attack on the United States by the Soviet Union is taking place. It is unknown if there will be multiple waves of this attack. When strikes occur, do not look at the blast. Taking such action will cause near-instant blindness. It is also recommended to protect your head and ears. Keep away from windows, as a shockwave blast may destroy them. Fallout is the most deadly component of a nuclear blast, and precautions must be taken to protect yourself. Disable heat and ventilation systems in your shelter. Wear face coverings. Insulate your shoulder room with damp towels, tape, or other materials to reinforce your room. Keep a distance from others in your room if applicable. We interrupt the current message to send target warnings and evacuation orders for areas in danger regions. Civilians in the following areas are likely targets in California, Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco, Fresno, Sacramento, in Oregon, Portland, Salem, in Washington State, Seattle, Tacoma, Spokane, Olympia, in Idaho, Boise, in Nevada, Las Vegas, in Arizona, Tucson, Phoenix, in Utah, Salt Lake City, in Colorado, Denver, Colorado Springs, in New Mexico, Santa Fe, Albuquerque, in Texas, Dallas, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, El Paso, in Oklahoma, Tulsa, in Kansas, Topeka, Fort Riley, in Missouri, Kansas City, Sedalia, El Dorado Springs, Harrisonville. If you are in a 20-mile radius of these areas, it is likely too late to evacuate, as missiles will strike before you can safely flee the area. If you are within a 100-mile radius of these areas, evacuating is still not recommended. The safest action you can take is to seek immediate shelter. If you are within a radius more than 100 miles away from a target, evacuation to a rural shelter area is advised. More areas will receive evacuation orders in the near future. KMBC-9 will remain on the air to broadcast updated news and information for Kansas City and western Missouri. Non-essential stations will be taken off the air to prioritize the use of news stations. After the missile crisis ends, President Bush will address the Union on all TV and radio stations. This station will now shut off until new information becomes available. This is KMPT-9TV in Kansas City. We are momentarily interrupting the off-air period to bring you an urgent message regarding the missile crisis. Kansas City is now a confirmed target of 2 separate missiles from the Soviet Union. Time will now be taken to receive instructions from the presidential alert message. Those in the 20-mile radius of Kansas City are lost. There is no time left to evacuate, and the attempts to do so will end in vain. Those in the 100-mile radius of Kansas City must shelter in place now with supplements of food, water, clothing, medicine, and the force of radio. Those assigned to 100-mile radius are clear to evacuate, but should still be prepared to shelter in the rural area with supplies on standby. Be prepared that the resilient shelter will resist the fallout, shockwave, and initial blast. There are around 15 minutes remaining until impact, based on preliminary calculations. Use this time wisely to protect your life. God bless you all.
This is not a test. Reports have confirmed that a large explosion of a Soviet missile in a high-altitude area above downtown Kansas City has caused an extremely large electromagnetic pulse. Communications and electric access have been crippled. Radios, televisions, and other devices powered by direct electricity will be rendered useless for an uncertain amount of time. Speaker 00035. Devices powered by batteries will remain operable, but with no way to replenish power supplies. If possible, find an alternative to as operable devices. There are about 5 minutes until the second missile impacts. If you cannot repair devices or locate alternatives, remain in your shelter and brace for impact. Be ready to protect your head, mind, and ears. Speaker 00105. Updated emergency broadcasts will be satisfied. Life-threatening situation progresses. The following parishes are under a shelter-in-place order due to fallout from the Houston missile attack: Cameron, El Cabello, Allen, Jefferson, Davis, Acadia, Vermilion. The following parishes are under a shelter-in-place order due to fallout from the Dallas missile attack: Caddo, Bossier, DeSoto, Webster. These orders are in place for 14 days and with circumstances changed.
We interrupt emergency programming on this station to bring you an important message. President George H.W. Bush has released a statement regarding the Soviet missile strikes on U.S. soil. Please register me. President Bush is not available to read his message on air, so this message will be read via speech synthesis nationwide. Please stand by as the message processes.
My fellow Americans, it has truly been an honor serving this nation, and to see it fall into disarray after such an unwarranted attack on our land is very saddening to me. I wish all that are in danger good luck and my condolences to the families of those who have passed. Ever since conflict escalated on the West-East German border, I prayed to myself that a day like this would never come. Unfortunately, my prayers were never answered. I request that for the time being, no matter where you are, to shelter in place in the event that we are struck with yet another unprecedented wave of strikes. I, however, will be taking action to ensure a second wave will not happen. The federal government is opening talks with the Soviet Union regarding a ceasefire as the damage caused by strikes to both nations has been devastating for the people. This does not mean the war is over and the United States will not surrender. Thank you and God bless America.
The following parishes are under a shelter-in-place order due to fallout from the Houston missile attack: Cameron, El Cabello, Allen, Jefferson, Davis, Acadia, Vermilion. The following My emergency news is available at the moment. As the station hears from government agencies, directions will be broadcast. Fallout components have cleared out of the state of Minnesota, and with views just like the current surrounding areas, Minnesota remains relatively safe from fallout. Some electrical systems are still damaged due to the aftermath of multiple electromagnetic pulses. No more emergency news is available at the moment as the patient is from government agencies direct.
Breaking news just in from Moscow. The United States and Soviet Union have successfully negotiated a ceasefire due to the utter destruction caused by strikes on the soil of both nations. No official peace treaty or surrender has been sent, and an event where such happens is highly unlikely. The length of this truce is yet to be released.
My emergency news is available at the moment. As the station hears from government agencies, directions will be broadcast. Fallout components have cleared out of the state of Minnesota, and with views just